Today, we're talking about the update. I'm not gonna do an intro though. We are just going to dive into the update notes. So I want to highlight my favorite new features before we get into the nitty gritty. So, my all-time favorite feature, boom, frame generation. So I noticed when I logged in, or I loaded up the game, it gave me two options, play Palworld and play Palworld with DirectX 12. So I chose DirectX 12. I logged in and I noticed you can't see it because I have, it doesn't show in the recording, but up here it says DLSS and it's frame generated. I'm running over 100 frames per second in base right now. It's incredible. That is by far the best feature of this update. Hands down. Let's move on. And next up is not necessarily my favorite feature, but it is one of the main features. That's gonna be the Ultrakill collab set 2. If you guys have never played Ultrakill, I highly recommend it because Ultrakill is freaking fun as hell, man. Where do I'm assuming this is done in the production. Notice how the mining sounds, they're not overpowering now. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and pop this guy out. Okay. That looks sick. And aside from looks, I did a little bit of comparison. So with my current, this is just the tier 1 hollowed plate mail. So the defense on this is 200, and then this is just a regular common armor just like this, but it gives you 600 defense. A little bit less health though, but the description, armor modeled after the new peace machine built in a distant land. Its self-repair system was removed in favor of sturdier plating. That sucks. I kind of would have rather had the self-repair, but with the durability of 19,000, I don't think we have anything to worry about, especially since we're working with 4,500. I'm not exactly sure how to get the Not sure how to get the weapons, though. I'm assuming those would be in like a dungeon or something. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. We have triangle ceilings. We got triangle foundations. We've got roof caps. We've got corner roofs, which is what I used right up here. And they look good. They fit together nicely. I am a huge fan of this. So if you watched my last episode, if you watched my series on Palworld, you'll know I was complaining. I was like, oh man, I wish I could, have corner pieces, but we didn't have these. So I just had some ceilings and then I did some triangle pieces and stuff like that. So that's awesome. That's really awesome. Sorry, I'm in my camera mode. And then another cool thing is we have... let me go over to... So they also updated the UI. So it's going to take some getting used to. It's just a minor change, but I do like that it's all like neat. All laid out in list mode. I do like that. I do like that. It is going to take some getting used to because, everybody's used to, right clicking. But now right click goes back into the build mode. The default mode is continuous building. So... just go like this. Yeah. So that's going to take a tiny bit of getting used to. Nothing too crazy, but yeah. And one of the other amazing parts is I don't really see anywhere I could showcase this, but they have the inverted triangular walls now. So if you watched my, I think, second episode, maybe third episode, I built a new base. It was my second ever base on this save. I was complaining that we didn't have these, and they have them now. So that's amazing. Other than that, I'm not really seeing a whole lot of other building pieces. It's not like sticking out to me, but we have that, and it's great. Another one of my favorite features of this update. Okay, we're gonna recall him. You can paint stuff. So I'm not super into like, you know, the bright flashy colors. I might be, I don't know. But to enable paint mode, if you see down there when you're in disassembly mode, it says C. You change it over to paint mode. You could also go back to build mode, but we're gonna go paint mode. And you could scroll for colors and then Q to change the colors. And black on windows. Look at that. Look at the difference. I was complaining that you can barely see through these, but look at it now. I'm going to paint every single... Oh my god. How far away does this work? Oh. No shot. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. So and then you can hit R to remove the paint. So I don't know. Let's see what like blue looks like. They don't have like a. Let's see what red looks like. I don't know. It kind of looks okay. I guess. No, I didn't want the red glass. That could be cool. That could be a choice. All right, let's change this back to black. Okay, that's not bad looking. I mean, I'm probably gonna just change it back to default, but I want to get, look at the difference. That is a game changer. Okay, that's, yeah, definitely one of my favorite features for that part. So they also added a new raid boss, which I'm not sure I can handle right now, but we will at some point. I'm not sure what level it is. It doesn't really give a lot of info in the patch notes. I didn't watch any of the update videos or anything like that. I'm very, very pressed for time. I just got off work. But we're gonna go up here and we're gonna test out one of my other favorite features. Summoning altar. I need Paldeum fragments. Alright, so you cannot build these on platforms or anything like that. So they have to be built out and about. So we're gonna travel over to our dedicated raid base and we are going to try this new arena out. I am very excited about that because now you don't have to worry about getting your crap destroyed. So that's nice. So let's head over to the other base. Check this out. Looks like they changed the base icons too, so they're a little bit whiter. So that's pretty cool, I guess. It's like I already had a summoning altar. Okay, cool. And it gives you like a list of those things that you have on you. I'm assuming that if I have the other slabs, it'll have a list down here. That's pretty cool. So raid. Okay, so you will move to raid area and summon and battle a powerful boss. There you can call pals from the pal box and build using any items you brought. Raid area will disappear after the battle ends. Any structures. Okay, so we're just gonna hop in here. I don't really plan on. Oh, is it just gonna start? Oh, summon in. Oh, okay. Well, we're just gonna do a quick raid. That's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna. Well, let's get our Frost Stallion out there. We're just gonna fly around on. Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna work. I mean, it's a level 30. She'll be down in about 30 seconds. So I'm not super worried. Now, is there a way to... Okay, so it can be summoned immediately from the summoning altar. Look at that. It gives you like a little base area. Oh, that's that DLSS loading. All right. This is really cool, though. I really like it. I really like this. And it's nice and centered right here. Okay. So let's go ahead and get it summoned. And let's go ahead and wreck this boss. I'm probably going to hop off my Jet Dragon, too. All right, here we go. It's not going to be a very long battle, but... Oh, where is she? Oh, right here. I'm just going to hold down the button. Push! So the DLSS is kind of struggling. I think it's because it's trying to render all of the graphics and stuff. Yeah, now we're back. We're good again. now that it's rendered everything. So yeah, little work to be done on the DLSS, but I like this. I like this a lot. It gives you 0 risk. That's really cool. All right, cool. So we're about to get teleported back. So we're gonna go ahead and try to get all these back in the box. Probably not gonna work. Oh, my Chickapee died. Rip. All right, so that was the boss or the raid arena. That was pretty cool. So one thing I noticed that they did was, so if you're placing a workbench, they have a little Kativa icon or little figure or ghost, whatever you want to call it, indicating which way the pal is going to be working. So that's really nice. And then they actually have some arrow placements. So you see how it has the arrow right there? So it's going to be a lot easier to align instead of, you know, trying to squint and, you know, try to look really closely to see where the front is. Something else that I am extremely excited about is they added stuff to the passive skill selection. So they added Mine Foreman. This is new. They added Logging Foreman. They added Fine Furs right here. They added Sleek Stroke and Work Slave. So we're gonna be able to get up to what, like 100-something% work speed on our pals, which is amazing. So something else that they added was you get a kinship peach from rescuing pals. What? Are they shooting at me? I think they're shooting at me. Well, once I hop off, you guys are kind of screwed. Actually, let's run over there. I don't want to accidentally kill the pal. So we're gonna go like this, like that. We're gonna go in guns blazing. Let's do it. Okay, so we'll just shoot them. Are they coming for me? All right. Oh. Okay. I want to know what a kinship peach is. I actually don't know what that is. So. Little kinship peach. Oh, it's one of these. Okay, so we can actually put those on farm now. I've actually never used one of these. Let's see. I don't know what it did. Oh, it just ranks up their trust. Okay, cool. So that's pretty sick. And that's actually kind of useful. So now we can just go around and rescue a crap ton of pals, get the kinship peaches, and power up our pals. That's pretty cool. All right, and the next change is going to be to the mercy ring. There it is. Yeah, so that's pretty sick. So it lets you know that you have the ring on. So that's pretty cool. Useful. Another very interesting change is they changed specifications so that all pals will no longer lose sand when taking damage. And then they reduced the impact of bad status effects like hungry, starving, cold, spraying, all that good stuff. And I'll list them on the screen so you guys can see the changes there. And another one of my absolute favorite features is going to be the improvements to PAL Pathfinding AI. So I'm hoping, dude, that looks so bad. I'm gonna have to change it back. But I'm hoping that improving the pathfinding of the pals will make it so my idiot Anubises can actually find the stupid feed box. I was having major issues with them. They were always starving, even though the pal bot or the feed box was right in front of their freaking face, man. So hopefully that fixes that. And it looks like they're trying to implement PvP, which I will not be able to show you here today because I'm on single player. And one of the all-time craziest features that has released in this game is the workshop. We're gonna be able to mod this game through Steam instead of having to download Vortex or manually drag and drop files and stuff like that. So Steam Workshop, I missed it. I used it all the time in Ark. but most of the games I play on Steam don't have a workshop. So this is amazing. And I think it is a very good step in a very good direction. So that's gonna change things. Definitely gonna change things. And if you use the katana or the beam sword, they've also added special attacks. So if you hold left or right click, or the left or right trigger on controller, it'll activate the new special abilities. I don't use them, so I will not be showing you guys that today, but it is there. And it is nice. Why is my Frost Stallion right there? But that does it for the bulk of the changes. If you guys want to see all the details, I'll leave a link to the patch notes in the description or in the comment or both. I don't know what I feel like doing. But if you are new to the channel, if it's the only Palworld video you are watching on my channel, be aware that I am doing my first playthrough ever on Palworld, so if you are interested in that, go ahead and check it out. I'm learning. So this is all the fruits of our labors. So this is the latest base. And to my subscribers and new people interested in watching the series, my first episode on this new update will be Monday the 22nd, because today's episode and Friday's episode were recorded before this update released, unfortunately. And yes, to everybody in the comments of today's episode, I do know that I'm going to be altering this a little bit, but largely it's going to stay the same for the most part. Obviously, I wanted to get the roof done because that looks so sick, but we're going to do some stuff with colors and all that good stuff. So if you're interested in that and you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss that. But that is going to do it for this update video. A lot of good stuff, If you did enjoy it, please be sure to like and subscribe. It helps the channel way more than you know. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I have a link for that down in the description, as well as a link to Discord if you feel like joining that. But with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. It really means the world to me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.